Just a couple of days before D-Day, Ike was sitting in a room with all of the other commanders of the Allied forces, and they had been talking about weather patterns and smoking and just stressing about making the call to launch the largest invasion in human history. And finally, all eyes turned to Ike. It was his call. And Eisenhower said, "Let's go. Let's do it." And as soon as he made the call to start the invasion, the great machine of the Allied armed forces went into motion. And in many, many ways, General Eisenhower was no longer in charge. He wasn't in control anymore. The cards had been dropped, the ball was rolling, and he could just watch it. And you know what Ike did? He went to his little trailer that he had been staying in, and he got out these little Western novels, and he just read. Because he knew he couldn't control the soldiers in the field or the outcome of the battle. And I don't know if you're anything like me, but I really want to be in control. Like, my life would be so much better if my wife would just do and say what I wanted her to say. If my little girl would just act the way that I wanted her to act. If my boss would just be the kind of person I wanted him to be. If everything in my life just went the way that I wanted, wouldn't my life be so good? I think a lot of us think that. And we wish we could control situations and people and our futures. But that's just not reality. You know, the thing that we can control is ourselves. You know, one of the fruits of the Spirit is self-control. And in my discussions with good friends and family, I'm coming to understand that their reactions, their attitudes, their responses are not my responsibility. Mine is. And there will be times when I have to make a call, just like Eisenhower. But then once I make the call, I can't control everything around me. Man, my life would be so much less stressful if, like Ike, I would just do my part and then go read a good book, instead of trying to manipulate and control everyone around me. You know, God's not like that. There's a verse in the New Testament that says, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. You see, God is a God of freedom. You can't have love without freedom. And that's who God is. And as the sun rises above the mountains here around the lake for me this morning, I hope and pray that the warmth of God's love will rise in your life, and you'll understand how good He is and how much He loves you. And you'll know that self-control is so much better and so much more fulfilling than controlling other people. When Eisenhower became president, he used his ability to build teams and to encourage people to become a great leader. He wasn't a minutia control freak. He was a leader, and people loved him. Be like Ike. That was popular before it was be like Mike. And so today I want to challenge you to be like Ike. When you have to make a big decision, when you have to choose an action or an attitude or how you're going to treat someone, be courageous, be bold, make the decision. But then let go of other people's reaction to your decision. When the Spirit of the Lord comes into you, you have freedom. And when you give other people the same freedom God gives you, you're able to step into the peace that He wants to give us all. No matter what you're facing today, remember, God's got this. He's coming back soon, and He loves you very much. God bless.